Well, hello. Happy Monday. We're skipping the intro entirely because I'm not late at all. I would never be late to my own party. No, 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 no. That is obviously not what happened. That is a ridiculous statement. It would never be real. Things would never, I don't know, go out of whack or maybe just not go according to plan. Nothing like that would ever happen. It's just, why would you even bring it up? Why would you even bring it? It's not even real. Now I just need Room Total War to start. Unless it just crashes. Oh, there it goes. That's a good start. That's a good Monday right there. That's a good Monday. Oh, what more? Oh, yes. Now, if I'm not mistaken, last time on Dragon Ball Z, we had some stuff going on. Just a little bit, just a little bit of stuff going on. Just a little bit of stuff. Let us see if we can. Oh, that's right. We took out the Senate. The Senate is now me. I am the Senate. I am the Senate. Oh, it's glorious. It's glorious. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, look at all that red. Oh, it's just so good. Oh my god. Oh, look at all that. But look at all that green. Oh god. And blue. Ugh. We gotta fix that. Look, I'm not saying that we're perfect. I'm saying that we have work to do. But we're gonna get that work started, okay? And when we're done, everybody's gonna be super happy, super happy. No one's gonna be unhappy about this at all. Let's see. Did we actually have that fight last time? I don't remember if we did or didn't. I know we took another city. Let's see here. We gotta definitely repair that wall. Oh, for the love of God, repair the wall. Whoa, repair the wall. We gotta build a beautiful wall. A big, beautiful wall. Repairing that wall. Let's build that too. And let's see. We have... What do we got? Now we got some troops there. We got some troopers there. And let's see if we can get some other soldier. Oh god, they have nothing here. Oh dear. Oh, it's because I damaged the actual barracks. Okay, we'll fix that soon too. And they're going to try to take that from me. They're not going to get very far in that. Wait, why do I have archers just chilling? Oh, dear god. I have made, how you say, a boo-boo. A very big boo-boo. Oh, good lord, these people are pissed off. Why are these people so pissed off? Oh my god. We'll just build some more of those. Can I shift units around? Y'all seem pretty happy. Y'all still pretty happy. Let's move you guys over there. Let's see, what do you get? Okay, that's better. That's better. Okay, cool. I should have murdered every single one of them when I had the chance. Just like Salami, whenever I murdered everybody because I had the chance. See how that works? Yes. Yes. Let's check on one more thing real quick here. Oh, it might help if I actually set myself to online and everything. There we go. That's better. There we go. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter too much. I don't even know why I was invisible. Sometimes I do. I don't even know why. I forgot why I turned myself invisible last time. Alright, and let's see. Alexandria. Okay, merge and then retrain everybody. We need more troopers, though. We really do. We butchered the enemy last time, if I'm not mistaken. We definitely kicked their butts, but, why do I still see everything over here? This isn't my territory, so why do I see stuff over here? I don't know. I shouldn't ask questions. It's still in my general benefit, so... Now let's see here. Small little town. And we are going to introduce them to some Roman rule, if you will. They need it. They want it. They don't know it yet, but they want it. They want it so bad. Like, they're quivering at the knees. They want Roman rule so bad. Oh my god, they want it so bad. They're gonna get it. Boy, they're gonna get it. Let's see. What can I throw at them? Let's drop you boys in here and swap you guys up. There we go. And that's fine. Let's see the Astades. Flip those guys around. Very good. We're getting upgraded here. Slowly but surely, the upgrades are occurring. It's great. Astades got to go, and the old. Oh, these are the old Legionnaires. Okay, so these are the. Kicks door open. Are you winning, son? Well, I mean, I just got here. I mean, I just started. But the winning will happen. But I'm mostly focusing all my energy towards Italy because I really need to not be hit in the gut right here. And once I take Sicily and the last little boot of Italy, then I can start focusing on the rest of well, Russia. I can then basically solidify all my holdings because right now we are we gained some ground last time, but not enough. We lost some ground too. How are you this? How are you this wonderful Monday? This wonderful, wonderful Monday.
Fleet ready.
I have a spy in here. Okay, let's drop the spy off right here. Oh god, I just dropped off. Okay, I dropped off soldiers. Okay. About time you started. Okay, first off, I had started a while ago, but I started in my mind. I may have, or potentially did have. I think Churchill called it Italy. Germany's soft underbelly. Hopefully it's not yours. Well, it would be weird because I live there. I mean, that's my home there right now. You know, I only live in Italy. So if Italy is my soft underbelly, oh my god, there's nothing but underbelly. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. 7.5 minutes ago, whatever. Yeah, no, I believe, look, I stand by my statement. I have just dropped off a small little army here that is about to get massacred. Because that's not going to win against this fight. It's just not going to happen. Do you live in Italy? No, I do not. I do not. Good lord, I hope not. Oh my god, that would be terrible. Modern Italy sucks. There's like... You know, there's moments in history where you have a civilization that just takes over the ruins of another. And as much as I would call Rome a terrible place to live, and it would be, the modern Italians are very much undeserving of the... how would I say it? They are undeserving of the things that came before. They are unburdened by what has been, according to someone in power from where, unfortunately, I live. We must go forward, unburdened by what has been. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Glorious words of wisdom by our... I've never been there. I would want to go there for one thing and one thing only. It is literally the only thing I'd want to go there for. It is for Hadrian's tomb. That's the only thing I want to see. It's the only thing I want to actually go to. And if I ever get the opportunity to take Geisha there, I will. And should that day ever happen, I mean, I'll probably not tell anybody about it because it'll be like a day trip. I'll fly out there. I'll knock myself out with a bunch of like sleeping pills, so I can sleep on the trip. We'll go there. We'll go see it, and then we're getting on a plane and we're leaving before the rest of Europe infects me with its... Ugh. He's not cool enough. That's fine. Like, I don't want to be in Europe any longer than I have to if I ever have to go. I don't want to go to England. I don't want to go to Europe. I don't want to go to... Oh, sorry, I don't want to go to France. I don't want to go anywhere. Because everything that was is all gone. There's nothing left of those places anymore. So, you know... 30 years ago, it existed, but now the people are gone. Like, the culture is essentially evaporated into nothing. There's really just nothing left of those places. If I went to Italy, I'd want to see the Vatican and Roman ruins. And see if real Italian food is better than Americanized Italian food. I'm sure the food is good. That's never my issue, though. The issue I have with them is not their food. Their food is probably absolutely delicious, and they probably have an amazing cuisine. Let's do siege towers and that. There we go. If I could pull this off, it'd be amazing, but I doubt it. Let's do it. Let's just block that port. Let's just see what we get. Let's just roll some dice. Roll them bones. If I ever went to Italy, again, like I said, I would just want to see. I want to see Hadrian's tomb. That's it. That's all I want. That's all I want. I think it'd be amazing. I think it'd be an excellent opportunity for me. It would definitely give me some opportunities to see what the Romans, or sorry, if you can't pull it off, then pull your finger. Well, we'll find out. I might be able to. You never know. You just don't know. And with these things, lots of things can happen. You know what I'm saying? All right, now let's see. The Principes. They're going to merge all these guys. There we go. Then we have Praetorians. We only used Urbans for this one. There's some Urbans here. We need standard legionaries. Oh god, we have to rebuild our army because it all died. Or no, we didn't have one. We used throwaway troops for this. Let's see, we have 3 archers. Did we have onagers? Somebody had an onager, didn't they? Oh yeah, it was these guys. These guys had an onager. If you had to choose to see Hadrian's tomb or Hadrian's wall, which would you choose? Oh, the tomb, absolutely, 100%. The tomb, because I actually know what happened at Hadrian's tomb. And it's interesting. Myth would go to the Colosseum when you see the live-action Gladiator movie. Ew. Ew. How dare you? How dare you? I've done nothing to you, DC, that deserves such a horrible, horrible thing said about me. What have I done to you? Who hurt you? Because it wasn't me. But I would definitely choose Hadrian's tomb, 100%. There would not be any question about that in my mind. Hadrian's tomb. I want to see many people have. Well, that's true. I would like to see the last stand of the... I would say the last stand. I would like to see one of the greatest locations. What happened at his tomb? So during the Gothic War, you have the siege of... Well, I believe it was the Goths versus the Romans. And it was the last stand of the Romans, and they had run out of every single thing of ammunition. Like, they ran out of spears, they ran out of arrows, they ran out of everything, and the Goths just kept coming. And so what they did is that what's it called? The walkway leading up to the tomb itself used to be lined with Greek and Roman gods along with angels. Actually, I'm sorry, they were just Greek and Roman gods. Now they're aligned with angels and Greek and Roman gods somewhere, but I think they took them all down. And what they did is that in order to defeat the Goths, they would actually take these statues and smash them to pieces and then throw the marble down on top of them. That's what they had to do to repel the Goths. And as metal as that is, I would love to see it because it is a piece of history that is... It's a piece of history that no one really cares about or knows about, but it was actually one of the most intense struggles of that war. And I find that fascinating. It's in all of Roman history, the Gothic War is for some reason kind of forgotten. We don't really talk about it, and it's not something that is even talked about, as far as I know, among like history buffs, because I'm like, this is like the last gasps. The last gasp of an empire as it's slowly snuffed out. By its own choice, by the way. But again, like, there was lots of cool stuff that happened during that war, and that's it. Like, we don't really... Like, hell, I mean, honestly, you want to talk about a TV show that could literally be like, hey, you like sex? There it is. You like treachery? There it is. You like the barbarians winning the fight? There it is. Like, you can do a whole bunch of stuff with that show and that story, and we never talk about it. And I don't really understand why, but it's such an awesome part of history. Roman roads, we need some bathhouses, we need some happiness up in here. That's how the marbles game started. Yeah, well, at first, they just simply, they threw giant rocks at each other. Let's merge all those. Where's that? There they are. But yeah, I mean, there was an entire like so before the modern day, before the or I guess in the before times, I used to do history dives, and I've been wanting to go back into them. I just never have the time to sit down and like actually do the deep dive that I used to do. And I went through the Gothic War all the way up to King Totila, and I never made it beyond there. But I always enjoy. Like, I really wish that I had actually finished it out, because a lot of cool stuff happens at the end of the Gothic War. One of the biggest ones is that you have, with the death of King Totila, you have a not only a power vacuum, but kind of a consignment to your fate. Because the Goths had been through like 4 kings since the war started. King Totila was kind of their last great hope. And when he died in battle, the Goths kind of just said, well, who will lead us? And it was King Teus. King Teus, understanding their position, old Roman grandpa, your kids today have it easy. Back in my day, we held marbles as big as your head. Yeah, well, okay, first off, at this point in time, there was no such thing as a Roman grandpa. Like, this is also another fun thing. You like natural events that just, like, literally, like, oh, this is the sign of like, the end of all things. You have a point in history where is it? Was it Vesuvius? Or, I forget which mountain. Or which volcano, but a volcano explodes and covers Europe in darkness for like 6 months. It's ridiculous how long it does it. Like, it just covers everything in ash. And then on top of that, you have massive earthquakes that flood the Nile and kill off everything. So not only do you have a massive world war in the ancient world, you have famine. Not just from the war itself, but from natural disasters. That's not something that happens every day, and nor has it happened ever since. Volcanoes are up, not exploded. No, this one exploded. Because instead of erupting and what's it called? Instead of erupting and lava coming out, it was just ash. It just spewed ash. Like, just for months on end. Apocalyptic. Yeah, no, it's straight out of an apocalyptic story. Like, you know, and people thought this was it. This is the end. That's all, like, and because people would go out into their fields and it would just be covered in soot and ash. And of course you can't breathe that. So, you know, you had to constantly be covering your face. You had to constantly be fighting the elements just to survive in what used to be paradise. Like, it really is like a harrowing moment to realize that this happened in a place that today we would think it's unthinkable. Like, you would never go to Italy and go, man, this place is in danger of this stuff. No, yes, it is. It still is. Like, it is weird. We're the descendants of the survivors. Well, I don't know about we. Some people are, maybe, but I'm not. I don't think I've got any... I don't have any Italian in me, let's put it that way. But... it is impressive that... I wouldn't say impressive, because not many survived that war. You have entire cities, like the city of Rome was depopulated by the end of this. Like, we're talking about a city of many thousands of people were reduced to maybe 1,000 people by the end of it. Like, the amount of people that died during that war, and the horrible things that they were done to them, and they did to other people, is ridiculous. So that's one of the things that I find so fascinating about that war, is that by the end of it, people are just so fed up. They are tired. They're hungry. They're broke. Oh, I'm not Italian, but I thought you said all of Europe was covered in ash. Oh, you know, it was. It was literally from, like, the boot of Italy all the way up until you hit England. Like, it was everything. Everything was covered. And that, like, imagine the amount of... Imagine the land mass you have to cover. And so you have famines from earthquakes that start over here and flood the Nile and destroy all the food. You have an ash cloud that covers everything over here, and it just keeps spewing out ash. Just good lord. And there's not enough food producers between there and here to actually feed everybody. You just don't have enough, because like before, the breadbasket of Rome was Egypt. Without Egypt, you have no food. And whatever's grown over here, it's all dead. So, and not only do you have the death of the actual, like, livestock, which is a big deal. Oh, sorry, you not only have the death of the actual, like, crops, you have the death of livestock. My ancestors are pretty much all Irish, English, some German, and Scandinavian. Mine are all pretty much Germanic, and then they got kicked out of Germany. They went into France, very short time, left before they even could settle down, went to England, and then around that time they were like, hey, there's this whole New World thing going on, and they got kicked out of England, and they said, we're going to the New World. And that's where they went. And boy, howdy, am I happy they did. See, this is why I can't ever go back to Europe. We're family's kicked out for a reason. We shouldn't go back. God sent us a message, and I heard it loud and clear. Damn. Yeah, no, right? Look, God sent a message. I heard it. Okay? I'm not here to pretend that it was anything other than that. I choose to believe that's what it is. How are you not? Oh, that's right. You're still retraining. Okay, we need to retrain first. Retrain first. But no, very much the Gothic War is a story that, from every way you can look at it, you have amazing heroes on all sides. You've got amazing stories of bravery and treachery. You've got sex. You've got apocalyptic events. You've got, like, it's one of those stories. I'm like, why hasn't anybody made a movie on this? It genuinely, it makes me kind of baffled. Like, why would you not talk about this? Why would you not, like, hey, here's my grand epic of the death of an empire? Like, they always do classical Rome. They don't do late Rome. And I do not understand why. Because it's really cool. Because Hollywood sucks. Alright, I believe you. Okay, yeah, you're not wrong about that. You are not wrong. Hollywood does suck. No, I lost a merchant. No. No. But yeah, no, so that's why I want to go see Hadrian's Tomb. It's the last real fire. Sorry, it is one of the last places that were sieged in Rome, and even though the Romans may have quote unquote won that battle, they eventually lose it, and it's just such a fascinating event that I guess like the last real bastion of it happens in Hadrian's Tomb. The last real fight of the war happens at the base of Mount Vesuvius. Now, another thing that I find funny, and this is kind of one of those moments where history is very interesting to me, is in 70 AD, only remakes and reboots make what little money since they think all people are stupid. I mean, I would say there's a self-fulfilling prophecy. See, now you got me started. Well, that's fine. I would say that that's potentially true in many cases because a lot of people, like, they get enough money to think that they can keep doing this. But not enough to continue it, but like the idea of the multi-billion-dollar movie that, you know, every single movie can now make $1 billion+ is gone, but they still think they can get away with it. I don't know why. But they do. My grandfather told me he researched our family once. He told me he found out our family got kicked out of England and stopped researching because he said he didn't want to find out we are descended from horse thieves or something. My grandfather was a deputy sheriff, so he didn't like the idea of us being descended from criminals. Newsflash, you are descended from criminals. But that's not really a question. You are descended from criminals because at some point in time your family has committed a crime, just like mine have. Like you know. That's always a silly notion, is that, you know, you are not okay, the sins of the father do not necessarily drag down to the son. We don't live in that era anymore. And so, just because your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather may have stolen a horse, for whatever reason, or whatever, does not make him or anyone else a bad person. Yeah, I know, the family tree is perfect. Exactly. Thanks, Twish. You're welcome. Hey, look, friends. And we have allies coming in soon, maybe, kind of, sort of. Oh, here they come. Hand job. You had one job. Hand job.
Drink your pace.
I agree. Come on.
Drink your pace. Drink your pace.
I like the pretty red bar.
Drink your pace.
The red bar is indeed pretty.
Drink your pace. Drink your pace. Attack! Drink your pace. Attack! Drink your pace. Move up! Hurry!
Oh god, behind me. Oh, for the love of God. Oh, well, that's okay. I mean, I didn't even notice that. Jeez.
Drink your pace.
Well, I didn't even notice those guys. Good lord. If you go back far enough, it's just for paganism for their Christians. Well, that's anybody, right?
Drink your pace.
That's the case for anybody. It's okay, they're Principes. Myth is best tactician ever. Yeah, well.
Drink your pace. Drink your pace.
General Supreme. Yeah, that's what I say.
Nerve has broken.
Well, I knew this was going to be this was a wasted effort anyway. This is more just a, this is an accounting method at this point. Yeah, it doesn't matter where you go.
Defeat is bitter indeed for any Roman.
Well, not really. She told you needed more blue.
The fresh victories.
But no, I mean, like, you go back far enough, you're someone in your family murdered somebody viciously. Somebody who was a horrible, horrible person. That doesn't mean that your family now is going to be tied to that same problem. It's not the case. You know, and the idea that, you know, your dad was worried about that is kind of more of a, run away, Monty Python, run away! Well, I sent 4 units in to fight a battle that really was not up to their ability, so, yeah. We have... Now the sad part is that, like I said, I was not quite ready for a war with Rome yet. So I am on the back foot. I don't have enough armies in the field, and as much as I'm trying to build as many as I can, it's still not enough. No governor? Sad. What do you mean no governor? No governor where? Not every settlement has a governor. Hell, the main family line is actually dead of the Julii. Like, the actual family line of the Julii is dead. You clicked on it when it said no governor. Yeah, exactly. Not every location gets a governor. What do you think we are? Made of governors? Governors are expensive. Requires money. You should be. Oh, good lord. You fucking loser. Oh, maybe. I don't think so, though. I'm the fucking loser in charge of Rome, so there you go. We're gonna build a large temple of Jupiter. But yeah, we are kind of at a standstill right now because we don't have enough bodies. Merge. I need more units. I need more troops. We don't have them. But no, anyway, like I was saying, there's another scene that I really enjoy that really would be great as like an actual fighting scene, was that the the last stand of the Goths against the Romans is a very interesting interesting fight, because you have what is essentially a losing battle, and the Goths know it. They've already lost the war. They've lost their will to fight. It's over. They're done. They know that they're done. And instead of giving up, they decide to just fight it out. And the Romans are so pissed off. They have lost so much against the Goths, because up until then, King Totila was wiping the floor with them. They had lost every fight. They'd lost a lot of fights. And a lot of that came down to Emperor Justinian pulling the best general they had out of the field, because he was scared that Belisarius was actually becoming more popular than he was. And so you have a very interesting dynamic that's playing out where Belisarius has been recalled to Constantinople, and it's just kind of like a random general versus the last king of the Goths, and this big fight that takes place at the base of Mount Vesuvius. And it essentially devolves into a melee, just where both sides are just like, hey, we're gonna just fight this out to the end, and it's just one clash of the sides against the other because there's no order, there's no order of battle. It's just, I want you dead, go fucking die. That's it. That's the entire fight. It's just, I wish you were dead. Now please go lie down and die in the gutter. And of course, that usually doesn't happen whenever you want somebody to die. So it didn't. And the last king of the Goths stood his ground for as long as he could. And after three times of getting his shield replaced by his shield bearer, on the third time when he gets his shield, last man standing kind of battle, it actually never devolves that far. So usually melees in ancient history, like we think of battles with like lots and lots and lots of bodies. In reality, most of those fights were decided with a couple hundred people at most. With Tim Allen? Yeah, with Tim Allen. So you have King Teus, who he takes an arrow, a lucky arrow to like the heart. So, actually, let me back up. So, King Teus he refused to leave the front line, and this battle goes on for 3 days. According to the actual report, the historical text to which talks about this, it's a battle that does not stop for 3 days. So, for 3 days and 3 nights, this fight goes on. So they are fighting day and night. They refuse to stop. Both sides are so pissed off at each other. They're so angry. They are so fed up with each other that they both know what this is. This is the end of whatever's going on. This is the end of this fight. It is over. If they win, or whoever wins gets Rome. And it's very, very rare that you get that much clarity out of a fight. You know, but everybody seemed to know this is it. If you lose here, you lose everything. Because both sides had been so demoralized and beaten down that it's only like I said, they were so beaten down, so demoralized that that whoever won that fight would win everything. So King Teus is the front lines, having been king for only a few weeks. And he refused to leave the front the entire time. And after getting his shield replaced, like I said, 3 times, as he's on the front line, he never leaves to get his shield replaced. He never leaves the actual fight. He takes an arrow to the heart. And traditionally, if your king is killed, that was kind of the end of the fight. Of course, you broke and ran. But they refused to break. So they literally just said, fine, you killed our king. And actually, before things go horribly wrong...
Pray to the gods that Roman courage will win the day.
Sorry, one second. Before things go horribly wrong... Let's move you guys over there. Let's move you guys right here. The Romans are super excited. They start cheering, saying, hey, we won the battle. And the Goths said, no, you didn't. We're not done yet. And so they kept fighting. Eventually, the Romans have... Eventually... it was a hell of a fight until I took an arrow to the knee. Pretty much. And so, now I'm getting distracted because I'm watching this happen. So the King Teus, before he dies, he jams himself into the shoulder with his spear. And he pins himself to the ground. So he won't fall. Which is freaking metal. Oh my god, that's metal as hell. So in order for him to not fall to the ground, so that nobody can say that they took him down, he pins himself up with his spear. God say Romans, I didn't hear no bell. Pretty much.
No longer ours.
How did they capture the walls?
Taken them.
Oh god. Oopsies. Man, I am not paying attention tonight. Good god. Good lord, why am I not paying attention to anything? I did not realize they were surrounding me, but oh well. Battle over. Nope, battle not over. Battle just getting started. Luckily, my boys can run. Everyone goes home. No. No, we don't go home. There is no home here. There is no going home. Dude, just getting massacred. Why do I have archers over there? Oh, these are Praetorians, that's why. Shoot the Praetorians in the back. There you go. There you go, just machine gun them right in the back. Let's move you guys back up there. No, up here. So the Romans eventually actually grab King Teus' body, and they start parading it around on their side, and the Romans say, so what if you won? Or sorry, the Goths basically just do like, you know, so what if you won? It's not like it gained you anything. And they just kept fighting until finally one of the what was it? I forget who it was, but basically somebody goes, okay, fine, you win, you can have Rome back, let us go in peace. And the Romans go, okay, fine, we'll let you go home. But you aren't allowed to, like, get anything. You just take what you have with you, and they agree to it. The war bleeds the Eastern Roman Empire to the point where there's nothing left. They don't have any ability to keep the territory they won. They bled their empire dry just to do this. And even then, they couldn't even keep what they had held. And so, literally, the war with the Goths, which they started, ended essentially with a Pyrrhic victory, where their own empire could not keep up with it. Is there anything right? I mean, nothing at the end of that war. No, there's nothing good at the end of that war. Oh, hello. I should probably pay attention. That's probably a good idea. Alright, now we just gotta take him out with attrition. You said there was nothing left. There wasn't anything left. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him! Bam! Yeah, all of a sudden it's so scary to get hit in the back with a friggin' horse. Time for you boys to move. Didn't the same kind of thing happen after World War II with the British Empire? They were on the winning side but didn't maintain their empire anymore. That was World War I. That was definitely World War I. And you're not wrong. They bled their empire white, but that's... Yeah, that's a more complicated story. But you're not wrong. Yeah! Get him, turrets! Get him! That'll save me, hopefully, a little bit of effort there. And y'all are there just to kind of hold the line. Like, you're not going to win, but that's fine. I don't have a lot to work with, but let's make it work. Ah! See? Oh my god, look at that! Look at that! Look at all the bodies here! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Yes! Dude, my turrets have just annihilated this group. It's great. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't have actually... Maybe I should not have abandoned the walls. This fight might actually go my way. Make it rain! I mean, well, I'm trying to. But that fight's still not going to go well. I've already kind of committed to going back here, though, so... Every which way it goes, like the fight's gonna come down to the town square because I've already backed off everything else. So.
Move out quickly. Cohort, town block. March. Cohort.
There we go. Come on. Yeah, these guys are already dead.
Destroy them!
But those guys are horribly injured, so, you know, there's that. Hey, like a battering ram. So yeah, it doesn't matter. They're gonna have. Like I said, it's gonna come down to this fight. It's okay. I recognize that as being the issue. But I think I've already, I've pretty much destroyed the other army. It's already gone. Early Legionary cohorts, Praetorian cohorts, Roman cavalry. I'm not gonna go explain the joke now. Figure it out. I refuse. Why are they breaking down the wall? Why are they breaking down the walls? They already... Why? Why? Felt like you're leading the defense of Stalingrad and Stalin's your boss. Oh, so I'm gonna just throw waves upon waves of my own men at the enemy. I'm not even gonna bother like worrying about, you know, effective tactics or any of that. Oh, that was easy.
Move out! Guard this area. Legionary!
Legionaries, Legion of Scaries. Sorry.
Move! Archers!
Oof, they're okay. They're about out of ammo. Okay, that's not good.
Forward! Town one!
I really need the extra ammo. Shake my head.
Town one!
What? What's the matter?
March!
Yep, they're just getting butchered there. Oof. Aha! The first wave arrives.
Cohort! Move! Archer Auxilia!
Oh crap, they're out of ammo. God dang it.
Town watch! Town one! Guard this area! Cohort! Quickly!
Yeah, I know. You're really not there to do much, but just be cannon fodder.
Orders can fire at will! Town one!
Throw it at them. No, like if you lose, Stalin will execute. Well, if I lose, Stalin won't execute me. Because Stalin will, well, he'll be dead too. Light Auxilia.
Legionary! 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 Fire at will! Move out! Cohort!
Oh, I don't have any. Okay, I don't have any arrows left. Okay, that's not good.
General! Town one! Archer Auxilia! Kill them! Cohort! Fire and hurry! Legionary! Run!
Come on, get in position.
Move! After the
Come on. Although I am trying to do a straight up melee with these people, so that might not go well for me. Come on, throw spears.
cohort! Cohort!
Throw spears. There we go. Come on. Throw spears.
The enemy general is running away. This is no way for a leader to behave, but in battle, it's beyond belief.
Forward! At the double! Archer!
No archers, no.
Quickly! General! Town one!
I like how the Town Watch actually played a role in this fight, and it was actually not terrible. Oh my god, the general's here. He's only got 16 guys left. Yes! It's awesome. Oh, glorious.
The enemy general is running away.
I
This is
would.
no way for a leader to behave, but in battle, it's beyond belief.
Nice. They got beaten by freaking Town Watch. Do you realize how many people are going to have to come out of this city and actually just pick up all these bodies? Oh look, the little the Testudo's broken. They're dead. Testudo's gone. Yeah, you might want to form up there, boys. Or not. You don't have to if you don't want to. Oh, thank God for broken AI. I'd probably lose this fight if it wasn't for them.
Archer! Cohort!
There we go. More of that. That's over. I thought I put you on guard mode. There we go. Back over here. Anyway, so yeah, after that fight, the epic win. I mean, look, I'll take it. A technicality is a technicality. It doesn't matter. Just getting pelted by freaking arrows, I'll take it. Oh, now they're forming a testudo. Now that they've lost majority of their men. They're like, okay, just keep that in front. As long as they don't break... Oh, no, there goes one. They'll eventually break. They all break. Yep, right away. I guess now I just run the clock. Ooh, Roman cavalry.
Town watch. Guard this area. Cohort.
There we go. Well, that's the end of this fight. I win. They got nothing left. They can hit me with whatever they want. It won't matter.
Archers. Archers. Legionary cohort.
One guy. Okay, this is awesome. Mr. Fred here is gonna charge me with. Yep, there he was. Nope, never mind. He's like, nah, I'm good.
He flees the field like a coward.
He thought he was gonna do something useful. Nope.
The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers.
Nope, they're dead.
Frightened rabbits running from our men.
I mean, I'd be scared if I lost my entire army to like 3 towers. I'd be scared too. Oh, there they go. At least the army's dead. At least there's nothing left of it. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Exactly. It's like, never mind. Thank you very much. So who's left? Who hasn't broken yet? Is it these guys? Nope. So who's left? I mean, usually they'll let you know, like, hey, this is done. But there's obviously somebody still out here. Oh, it's these guys. Nope, they're not. They've broken too. I don't know. I don't know who's left, but that's okay. The game will let me win. It's fine.
Legionary cohort.
But yeah, no, I really enjoyed the Gothic War whenever I went over that. And there's lots of cool stuff that happened in there. But yeah, there's like different ways of looking at that entire conflict. You can look at it from like the Justinian side. You can look at it from the political side. You can look at it from the Gothic side. You can look at it from the Roman side. It's all great. It's all like a really it's a good read. Except for the parts they talk about like logistics. Once you get into like the logistics and the amount of money and the amount of food they're constantly shuttling back and forth, it's just, I don't know why Justinian thought that spending his entire like empire to get that kingdom back was a good idea. Nor do I understand why he thought that it was a good idea to go to war with the people literally said that we want to be on your side, we don't want to hurt you, and we have no interest in going to war with you. Like, I get it, like I do. Like, you know, tradition dictates that, you know, hey, this is supposed to be Roman land, it's ruled by Romans, but I mean, you don't really have the ability to say no, so why would you bother going to war with them? And the victory cost them everything. The Byzantine Empire never really recovers from that. Because the Byzantine Empire does actually gain all that land back, and like the next 30 years, they spent 20 years getting it back. Myth fails at 3, 2, 1. Nope, I win. Although I do need to rebuild that settlement, so I need to fix that up. There we go. Let's get archers. There we go. Yeah, they spend so much time and energy and money getting that place back, and all pride and ego, I guess. I mean, Justinian was definitely a prideful man. He's, from what I've read about him, he is a emperor that is very much involved in writing his own history. As his main historian writes, like, that man was basically the devil. It was a man? Yeah, Justinian was a man, yes. Congratulations. You know, just like Emperor Augustus, he was very heavily involved in the writing of his own history. And Procopius, though, the actual historian for him, he was a man's man. No, that man lived his entire life inside of a palace. His wife was not. His wife was a piece of work too. Good lord, what a man! What a man! What a man! What a man! What a mighty, mighty man!
Aye, Captain.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't have any armies. That's the problem. I don't have any armies yet.
General, orders. Move out. Orders, orders.
Can I move soldiers out?
March.
Yes, I can. Can I move any from out of here?
Sir. March. General.
I can. I don't want to do much more than that, though.
General. March.
Now, do I have a general I can use? He's 59, he's 23,
General.
63,
Orders.
46, 44. Dude, y'all gotta have babies, man. Like, y'all desperately need to have babies over there. It's a man. Augustus was born in August, hence the name. Actually, no. I don't believe that's the case.
Imperator.
He wanted a month named after him.
Orders.
He chose August. I don't think that was the month he was born in, though. Thank you for playing, though. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I could be wrong, but I don't think that was his birth month. Like Julius Caesar, they wanted a month named after Julius Caesar, so they have July. I don't believe that has anything to do with, you were talking. I mean, maybe. Who knows? Maybe? I don't know.
Orders.
Alright, now let's see if I can get you guys on a boat.
Aye, Captain.
Ooh, repair those boats.
Imperator. Forward.
Let's see if I can get you on those boats.
Forward.
Can we get... Let's get more troopers up in here. Because that's what we really need. We need more soldiers. More soldaten. These guys need some archers, too. There we go. But yeah, Queen Theodora was an incredibly vile woman. I would say that's not really fair. Vile's not the right word. She's a piece of work, though. An actress in the ancient world becoming queen. Oh boy. Yeah, well, actors and actresses were not exactly known as clean people. And let's see, what was it? Belisarius' wife, what was her name? She got caught having sex with her adopted son. So there's that. So, you know,
Aye,
yeah, like, these were not people that were, how would I even describe it? Like, these were definitely Roman and Greeks, let's put it that way. These were the most Greek and Roman people you're probably going to meet. They were awful, awful people. I believe the actors were ranked lower than prostitutes, where they were.
ready to
And so the empress of an entire kingdom
Aye,
was a former actress, because the Eastern Romans had this idea of, since they had banned a lot of the Colosseum fights, they had rallied themselves around sports teams for the races. And a lot of times, if you have very prominent people on the, what they called red, green, and blue teams, which were the different racing houses, it's essentially where, if I'm not mistaken, where Justinian kind of, that must have been quite the scale. It was not. The Eastern Roman Empire was very open about that. They were fine with that. It was not a scandal because it had not been the first time they did it. And honestly, like, the I guess you say the Greeks that he ruled over, they had no problem with that. None. So they didn't care. They just said, oh, that's just what they do. That's normal here. In Rome it would have been, but not in Constantinople. He's not the Emperor of Rome. He's the Emperor of the Eastern Roman Empire. Very different culture. That's why you have a massive difference between the two cultures over in the Eastern Roman Empire and the Western Roman Empire.
General.
Let's move these guys over here. We're gonna go take the city of Tarsus.
Aye, Captain.
Yeah, I would like to say that it was a scandal, but yeah, no, it was not. But yeah, no, the bigger part that was interesting to me was the fact that Belisarius' wife, who's the general, like the main general of the Gothic War, he's the guy that essentially is the reason they got as far as they did. He was very innovative in the way that he deals with his problems. He used very few resources to conquer all of Italy, and he does so with what seemingly looks like ease. And it's impressive how well he does, considering the fact that he consistently is not given what he needs to win, and he still comes out on top. Very, very interesting person, but he was he was married to, I would say, a whore, and he loved that woman. Good God, did he love that woman. Like, it's kind of disgusting how much he loved that woman. Like, he knew his wife was actively cheating on him with his adopted son, whom, like, pledged loyalty and fealty to him, and he would not do anything about it. He refused to even acknowledge that it happened, even though he had caught them in the act. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, she belongs to the street. She did. And the thing is that I think one of the reasons why he never did it was because her and Theodora were friends. Very good friends. And so I think that the political reasons were, this is difficult to deal with, but he constantly was just at her feet all the time. Like, she even goes with him, as the writer says, or as the historian says, to keep her out of trouble, he brings her with him on campaigns because he just can't be apart from her, because if he does, she just goes and sleeps around. But that's not the that's not the only reason he did it. He wanted his wife to be loyal to him, which is admirable, but I'm like, dude, there's a certain point where you just like, look, this chick's just like banging everybody that moves. Come on. Like, there is a certain point where you just go, fine, I'm done. Nope. He refused to do that. We need to go back to treating actors like they're pawn scum. That day's coming, don't worry. She was probably sleeping around in the army camp. No, because they okay, so she didn't sleep around with, just, okay, if I say that. She didn't sleep around with just anybody. They needed to have station. So, like, I don't believe there's ever a report of her sleeping around with nobody. Like, or with a nobody. She slept around people that had some kind of station in the Empire. So, it wasn't she was a street whore. That was more Theodora. I forget Belisarius' wife's name. It escapes me, unfortunately. Oh, what was his wife's name? Oh my God, what was it? What was her name? Tip my tongue, tip my brain. Somebody Google it. I forget. Oh, are we back to? Okay, cool.
Sir! 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 Imperator!
I forget Belisarius' wife. I'm sitting here, I'm racking my brain to remember it. Because when I was reading all this, I was like, good God, man. Like, this is ridiculous. This is beyond ridiculous.
Sir! Sir! Orders! General!
It's beyond comedy.
Forward! Sir! General! Orders! Orders! Orders!
What brain? I don't know. The one I think I have, I don't know.
Orders! General! Orders!
Servius the Thinker. Let's make sure everybody's got a place here. He's referring to his hat rack. Oh god. That's not nice. Can I just, you know what, let's just go eliminate you guys. Let's just send you guys out on a little army, a little expedition here. There you go. Get on my land. It's my land.
Forward.
There's a statue of him. Oh god. Look, my hat rack is a marble statue. I don't even have any hats. I just wanted it.
Orders. Imperator.
Do we have anybody else we can get rid of? Yeah, we can get rid of these guys.
Imperator.
Anybody else we can get rid of? No.
Sir.
Myth the Thinker dipshit. Oh god. That's not nice.
Orders.
That's not nice. Why are you so mean? Let's see. What else crazy stuff happened? Oh, you have the death of a sea monster. Like, this is the Gothic War is just full of crap you can go over. Like, there's not a single moment where it's like, oh, nothing. Like, it is literally, may you live in interesting times, amped up to 11. It is incredible. Stay on the subject. I'm trying to. Hey, look, I have more cannon fodder. Looks like some bitches want to die. It astounds me how there's not been a single TV show or movie, to my knowledge, that has actually like tried to capture all the crazy stuff that happens there. Because it's a lot of cool stuff, man.
Praetorian cohort. Move.
I'm not even gonna try to like actually beat them in the walls. I'm just gonna kick their butts here.
Units. 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 Forward. Units.
Oh, I even okay, cool. I have some archers here. Very good.
March. Use fire. Units.
Because this is only Praetorians.
Praetorians. Praetorians. March. Rome's finest.
Not that that matters. I mean, it really doesn't. Alright, let's move you guys over there.
Praetorians. They're attacking us. Rome's finest. Fire at will. Forward. Units. Units. Fire at will.
The enemy are at the walls with their siege towers. Now we must look for our courage and skill.
Praetorians. Move out. Praetorian cohort.
No, don't attack that. Go over there.
Praetorian cohort. Attack! Move!
There we go. Just butcher them all. Oh, it's Praetorians versus Praetorians, but I probably have better armor and whatnot. I'd like to see more movies about feudal Japan and Chinese history without the white actors. Come on, you don't want to have more of Last Samurai? The problem with that is that Mao Zedong did so much damage to China that you're not going to get it. Like, the communists have done so much damage to the actual Chinese culture and history that there's just, like, there's so little of it left. Like, even now, like, there's just so little of it left. Good lord.
Praetorian!
I don't think you're ever gonna, I don't think you're ever gonna see it.
Rome's finest! Forward!
Okay, let's see here. Oh, that's gone.
Forward!
But you might. I mean, maybe you'll get lucky and you'll get there, but I don't think you're gonna see any authentic. And so does my shot. And so does my shit. Hope floats, and so does my shit. I love the part where Myth loses with the advantage. I'm not losing with the advantage. I have the advantage,
Move out!
and I'm winning.
Roman cavalry!
Let's just go ahead. Let's just send out some cavalry. Let's see what happens.
Attack!
I wonder what happens. Do they actually attack this? They're just like galloping up on it. There you go. Get him! Thousands of years of Chinese culture and history stepped up by a few generations of communists. You're not wrong. Like, unironically, yes. Bye. Yeah, no, there's so much stuff that got lost in China. Like, the Great Leap Forwards did so much damage to China. It's incredible. It just goes to show that communism is just completely incapable of, well, anything but destruction. It's very much that, look, this is one of those things about the Kamala statement. It's like, oh, we need to move forward without being unburdened by the past. And it's like, no, like, I understand like the real communism hasn't been tried yet. No, it's just been tried and failed multiple times. If you can't even implement it, then it sucks. Like, this is the thing, is that simplicity is you can tell something simple just by looking at it, right? If you have something that's overly complicated, it'll fail. Like, you need very smart people to run that. Communism doesn't work. I love how the asshole spouting this shit never moved to Cuba or China. Well, yeah, because those are terrible places. Nobody wants to move there. They want to turn where you live into a shithole. They don't want to actually go there. And democratic socialism, there's no such thing. Democratic socialism doesn't exist. Democratic socialism is just simply, again, like, it's just socialism, but you pretend that you have a democracy. It's not the same thing. It is exactly this. Sorry, it is exactly the same thing. There's no difference.
Secrecy is assured.
God dang it.
Sir.
Yeah, no, it's all the same brand of garbage. You can spiff it up any way you want to. It's the same brand of garbage. Because socialism is just more freedom and fun for social media. Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%. There's absolutely... It's never ending how many people spout horse shit like late-stage capitalism and never suggest a solution or just get the fuck out so I don't have to see their bullshit anymore. You know, I wonder if the Romans called what they had late-stage Romanization. Sometimes I wonder if Lucifer turned against God, he used communism to turn 1/3 of the angels of heaven against God, too. See, we can get into that, too, because, like, you know, getting into the reasons behind stuff is interesting, especially that. I'm not going to pretend I know why. I couldn't tell you. Like, I can't get in the mind of something that's way smarter and more powerful than me that also knows that they're not as powerful as, like, their creator. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. That must be a level of pride and hubris of such a grand magnitude that the average person just can't fathom it. Like, there's a certain point where, yeah, you may be proud and whatever, but even you recognize, like, there's your boss. Like, but I don't know. Maybe Fokker wouldn't, but I would. Like, yeah, the guy who pays me is the guy that, you know, is still bigger than me. Let's see, let's get more armor. I thought I already built this. Awesome Temple of Jupiter Capitolinus, that's why.
General.
But yeah, that takes a level of special that I'm not really sure that I'm actually able to get to. Come on, where can I move somebody? I've broken them on that. Let's drop that down to low. But yeah, late stage capitalism is another problem. There's no such thing as late stage capitalism. Now, granted, I'll admit we have a very big problem with monopolies. Like, America's got a big problem with monopolies because we don't have natural monopolies. We've got enforced monopolies, but we don't pretend it. That's my biggest problem with America right now. We pretend that all these companies are competing with each other when in reality they're all owned by the same 4 or 5 companies. So it's not really, you know, there is no freedom in that market because there is nothing competing against these massive corporations. Big tech monopolies. Yeah, that's just a piece of it. Like, you want to dig deep because everyone passes go and collects $200. I think that's just to keep the game going if you're going to play Monopoly. I'm going to be honest. I think it's just to keep the game going. More trade. Ah, Carthago Nova. That's where Majorian's fleet was burned. And the captain of the fleet flung himself off the boats in the middle of a melee and said, "Screw you, you don't get to kill me. I'm a man." And he's like, "Screw you," and jumps off. But yeah, big tech monopolies, big pharma, they're all owned by the same companies. Like, they're all owned by them. I still haven't gotten my check. You should probably talk to the IRS about that, which, by the way, the IRS endorsed Kamala Harris. That's my favorite thing about this, is the IRS came out and said, "Well, we back Kamala." And I said, you mean the people that constantly steal my friggin' money? The people that misuse my money? The people that take a whole bunch of crap from me? Oh, good. Those people? Oh, man. Gee, I can't wait to be on the side of the IRS. Oh, thank God. Any federal agency backing his side needs to have those people removed. No. No. See, I think this is a good thing. They think they're doing good things. I think they're retarded. Let's see if the American people are on my side or their side. UBI will be the collecting of $200 and pass and go. Yes, remove them from the planet. No. I want them to stay there. I want them to be there. I want them to stay exactly where they are. Like, again, like, who's gonna be, which side do you want to be on? You want to be on the side of the IRS, or do you want to be on the side of everybody else? Pick one. I think this is a good thing. I want Alphabet Agency limited with prejudice. No, I agree, I do too, but I'll settle with people going, "Oh, the IRS is backing Kamala Harris. Maybe I shouldn't vote for the people that take all my money." Look, I'm not arguing that this is a good idea. I would like to have them all removed. However, I live in the real world. That's not going to happen. At least not yet. It would require an act of God. And I'm willing and I'm ready. I am willing and I am ready. The mind and the heart is willing. I am ready to experience this. But I just don't see it happening. People voting for Biden have some below room temperature IQs. Yeah, my brother's one of them. You can't change their minds. Well, I mean, you can't change a Trump supporter's mind because we're too polarized. You know, like, you just can't get people in a room to actually have a conversation with one another. And even if you could, you've got people with the attention span of goldfish. That, like today, I was working with people getting new computers set up. They could not sit still for 5 minutes. And I was like, dude, like, our entire nation is a bunch of neurotic, like, psychopaths. Which is really, really unfortunate because it doesn't have to be that way. But, like, I literally was trying to talk to somebody who's in their 20s and they were glued to their phone with, like, an absolute, just, I can't even describe it. It's just so weird. Just make me God Emperor and I'll fix it with an iron fist. Oh, don't get me wrong. Yeah, you make me Emperor, I'll fix everything. I would ban, like, so much crap. If I became a tyrant, I would just like, oh, you know, I'm banning this, you will be required to do this. Like, it would be... it would be a night and day scenario. Like, I would just completely upend everything. I'd be like, yeah, first things first, all of your food, yeah, if it doesn't have 100% natural ingredients, you are no longer able to sell it in this nation. Period. I have almost no reason to look at my phone anymore. I like it. Are you even surprised? It's not that I'm surprised. It's just that, like, even people that I know that are glued to their phones, when you start talking to them, like, they'll put it down. Like, I was talking to somebody in one of my stores today, and they couldn't put their phone down. They completely zoned out. Like, they could not handle a conversation. And I was like, dude, how do you do your job? Like, you can't even, like, have a conversation. I had one guy who literally was, like, fidgeting so bad. I was like, dude, are you, like, neurotic? Like, can you literally not function? Because he literally just kept, he just kept fidgeting and rocking back and forth. Like, it was crazy.
Victory and glory!
I was like, dude, you alright? He's like, oh, I gotta go. I can't see you. I gotta go. I was like, dude, what the hell's wrong with you? And, like, and I asked somebody, he's like, no, that's just the way he is. Like, he's not neurotic. He didn't have an issue. It's just that's the way he is. It's like, how did he get this job?
Orders? General.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'm not trying to be mean about him either. It's just like, it was like, dude, like, constantly glued to his phone, constantly neurotic, unable to function in society. Like, it scares me, man. That scares the crap out of me.
Imperator.
He sounds like a crackhead. Exactly! I was like, dude, are you on something? Like, do you need me to call somebody for you? Like, are you okay? Like, jeez. People.
Orders. General. Imperator. Orders. Onward. Orders. Forward.
Let's see. But no, I mean, I was surprised at the level of neuroses that some people have. Like, I'm pretty chill about a bunch of stuff, but I was like, man, like, these people are just... Like, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, just talking to these people just makes me unhappy. The older people are okay with it. Like, I'm fine with talking to the ones, like, in their 40s and their 50s. Some of the 20-year-olds are okay, but, like, I'd say half and half are, like, you can't function without looking at your phone. Like, you know, I would sit there and I'm like, I'm the dude in IT, and I'm sitting here not staring at my phone. Like, of all the people that want to stare at their phone, like, it would be me. Like, you know, everybody has the generic, oh, the IT guy doesn't want to talk to people. I was like, okay, well,
Ready to say.
that's fine, but, like, you people literally are incapable of doing it. It's crazy. And it scares me a little bit for the future. I'm like, dude, this is bad. This is very bad. Let's see, are we ready yet? Or, no, we're not ready yet. This has just started, okay. What do you mean, you people? I mean people that literally are incapable of looking somebody in the eye and having a conversation. Like, I remember being complained about that when I was like a kid, but I was like 10. Maybe less than that. But, like, these people are bad. And these people will vote one day. I was like, oh my god. I say vote one day. These people vote.
Under attack.
Okay, no army, and don't care. Average victory. Yay! We're gonna murder Tarsus. We're gonna murder Tarsus. Everybody get the crosses out. We're gonna set some on fire. Now let's get the invasion force ready. It's true, man. No. There's gonna be a lot of bodies. There's gonna be a lot of fucking bodies. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. This far away from home, they don't play well with others. So they all gotta go. Oh, they got epic stone walls? Okay, so we have to just... What we're gonna assault the city. And I'm just gonna auto-resolve that. And we're gonna exterminate the population. Because they can't be... I cannot trust these people to not be terrible. And we're gonna keep training up soldiers. And we're gonna keep going.
Yes, master.
We need more money. We always need more money. I want 24/7 crucifixions. He's gonna snuggle struggle the city with the city population. Oh well, I mean I don't know about snuggle struggle, but I'm definitely gonna murder a lot of people. Well, I was. I mean, I not only I was, I did. They're dead now. It's hard to say I would, but because they're already gone. They're all gone. There we go. Now, how is it the Egyptians already have all this stuff, but we don't? Like, the Romans don't have it. And I'm not talking about just my faction. I'm talking about all the factions. They don't have that yet. More soldiers. More. More. Who's the fuck names the city after meat logs? Wait, what? Hold on, what are you talking about? Oh, salami? Oh, jeez. Salami. I was like, wait, what? I was like, wait, what did I miss something? The city of salami. I don't know, but I don't think that's what it was originally. I don't think that meat logs was the original, like, goal? The southerner in me is thinking about the missed money that could be made by enslaving them. Oof. See, I would do that except for the fact that, It's not worth it because they're so far away from the capital that let's see, look at the where's the distance to capital gives me a negative 80%, which means I have to just annihilate everybody. So essentially, once you get far enough out, the only answer is just murder them. You are required to. Under Roman law, I was like, oh, you've lost and I won? Okay, you gotta die. Because they will just rebel against you. Then I've got to constantly do policing actions and... Look, I've got a war to win, okay? And I'm not gonna win that war by policing some freaking sand dwellers. But I applaud your effort here. I applaud your instinct, which is just, you know, let's enslave the inferior people. Yes, Egyptians are inferior. Don't at me. Don't get mad. I'm just telling you the truth. And no, Egyptians don't exist anymore, so it doesn't matter. And not just the men, but the women and the children too. See, this is why I can't ever run for public office anyway. I've made too many comments like that I'm obviously kidding about, but then there's going to be some, you know, bleeding heart. It's like, oh my god, but he means it. Ethnic cleansing, replace them Romans. Lebensraum, essentially. Oh my god. Or Lebensraum, actually. You said, not Lebensraum. Lebensraum. So it's like Lebanon? I don't know. You are fully justified in wiping out the Sand People. No, I agree. They killed Anakin's mom. Look, I didn't want to do this. They made me. They forced my hand. It makes for a better world. Look, carpet bombing everything in the Middle East has its place, but not now. Like, we've been doing that, and obviously the litter box has not gotten better. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Replace them with Romans, I meant. No, I believe you. Gentrify the Middle... Oh my god, could you imagine, like, a progressive coffee shop in the Middle East? Oh my god, that's what they need. They need a progressive, like, hipster wine and cheese store. My god. Like, what have they done? The litter box. It is the litter box. Look, there's nothing out there, okay? It is a litter box. I'm sorry, it is. It's not my fault. It's theirs. It is a giant freaking sand dune. Like, 20,000 years ago, it wasn't. Now, I know what's really funny? Don't insult litter boxes like that. That's true. Cat turds are worth more. Fun story. Mauritania, which is... actually, it's not. It's further... Is it? No, it's right above here. Mauritania, right here. And everything down below it. That's where the Sahara Desert is. This is where the world's gold came from. Like, 80% of it. All of the gold that you have ever seen probably got mined out of this little piece of dirt right here and a little bit lower. Look, elephants. But that was long before it turned into a sand dune. This is another fun fact. Like, all of Africa used to be, like, horrendously green, incredibly lush, and you used to be able to travel ships through here. There's an old Roman map that they have that's like 8,000. When they had it, like at the beginning of the Republic, they had a Roman map, or a map that was like, by their time, like what, 8,000 years old or something like that? Where you had active trade lanes through Africa. Fun fact. So I'm not saying that it was always a litter box, but a lot of it was. I like how the Romans, the AI never has to bother with actual, like, building stuff up. They just get freebies. The Broody are about to, like, you know, they're going to lose that location in a minute. Now, can I let go of... Yeah, there's cave paintings of the Sahara Desert with savannas, rivers, and hunting. Yeah, no, there is. That's the incredible part, right? Like, how does that work? How do you go from a society and a culture... Well, I'll take it back. I know how you do it. You do it through just a massive cataclysm that destroys everything. That's usually how that happens. Yeah, the amount of stuff that's been lost in Africa is actually rather criminal, and I hate to say that. Because I know it lends credence to the We Was Kangs thing, and I find that annoying. But, I mean, they weren't wrong. Like, Africa used to be a beautiful country, and it used to have a lot of cool stuff in it, and it's all gone now. And I don't know if it's ever coming back, but Like there now, granted, we also do have radar scans of like the ground, and we haven't out and out forbidden anyone from going there. I don't think we need to, because to be in the Sahara is so there's whale skeletons in the Sahara too. I didn't know that. I did not know there was whale skeletons in the Sahara. But there is lots of what you calls it? Oops, wrong one. There's lots of oh wow, really? These guys are just chilling out there? I wonder if I could just go take it.
Engage the enemy. Begin the siege.
Yes,
Summon a
master.
disease. Search.
I wonder if I could do that. Just take it with 2 cohorts. Yeah, I know that there's whale skeletons in certain places that don't make sense, but I didn't know there was any in Africa. Like, how deep in the Sahara? But anyway, but that's my next question, because now I'm curious. Whoa, wrong one. I'm now just burning through turns, just trying to get my armies up. Good lord. Leaving the army? No, we're not leaving the army. We're joining the army. We're in the army. We're in the Navy now. In the Navy. Sorry.
Our fleet is under
Oh,
attack.
no! And they've got an army in there. Right? The army will fight to the death. Clear defeat.
Your line.
Oh, never mind. Okay, well, I forgot that was even there. Good lord. Oof, Sidon. See, I may have to bring some guys from Tarsus and move them over there.
Awaiting your command.
There's always sorts of there's all sorts of fancy stuff in there, but yeah, there's still lots of gold down there. See, what's interesting to me is that there's LiDAR scans of like that entire region, and they refuse to share it. And that's always kind of a big red flag for me when somebody has information and they refuse to share it. But that's my first of like, well, what are you hiding? Like, there's nothing wrong with telling us what's down there underneath all that sand. Like, there's obviously stuff down there, and you know what's down there. At least you have pictures of it, so why bother hiding it? There's obviously nothing strategic or military that's down there that's going to be a problem. There's nothing that exists out there, so why hide it? That's always something that I find so interesting, is that why would you bother going to all the efforts of making sure that nobody sees it? Because there's nothing down there. There's nothing there. And getting there is like, it's difficult. There's a bunch of gangs out there, or at least there's a bunch of gangs that lead out to there. So like, getting there requires you to pay off a bunch of gangs. Like, I just don't understand. Like, what is it that you're gonna be? What are you so worried about over there? Unless, of course, there's like tons of gold still in the ground, which there probably is. But yeah, I don't get it. Like, why not give it to people? Why not release it? God dang it.
Aye, Captain.
That's a genuine question. I mean, if anybody's got any ideas, I'm willing to listen, because I don't know the answer. Oh, am I actually out of money already? God dang, I'm out of money already. What do y'all think the weirdest thing is that could be out there? I mean, like, what do you think? I mean, just because I'm at a loss. Like, I don't know what else could be out there. Good lord. I mean, I need to kick these guys in the teeth, but I also don't want to leave stuff out there.
Aye, Captain. Prepare for battle. Victory! Yes, Captain. Imperator.
I know I'm inactive. I've got inactive soldiers out there. Yeah, I know. I'm finally getting my armies up so I can start kicking people in the teeth. I know. Ooh, the Broody Eye are coming to say hi. Looks like they are getting a little bit ornery up there. Hell, is it the Antarctic? The Arctic? The Antarctic? I can't remember which. They've got flash frozen woolly mammoths.
Is under attack.
Now that's interesting.
Your lives.
In the northern, good lord, is it the Arctic? The Arctic. Arctic Circle's the northern one, right? I can't remember. They're the same thing. It's just that the Eye of Africa we talked about before is the weirdest thing out there to me. Yeah, the Ricat structure. That I think is Atlantis. Like, I know some people say Atlantis is a real. No, I really think that's it. That's it. It meets the description very well. And it was, if you look at the time period that it would have existed, which was thousands of years ago, that place was lush and green, meaning that you could do travel between there. You could travel it'd be an easy access to the Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean leads into a bunch of other places. Okay, so here's the way it works. You've got, oh crap, I don't have that far. I can't see the map. But you have the Ricat structure down here. You would have rivers and access points all the way up here. Easy access to Mythspan's. Hell yeah. And then on top of that, over here you have an island chain. So, and Atlantis was described to be an ocean kind of empire that traded very easily with the rest of the world. And basically the Ricat structure describes that system, describes that city. And then you have another island chain over here, which allows easy access to literally all of Europe. And so it makes a lot of sense that you would have a seafaring nation that could get there, because they're not traveling across the ocean. They're traveling a few miles off the coast of Spain. And they're like, there's island chains all along it. Like, it's easy to think that could be the possibility. And then something happens and it drives everything under the ground, or drives everything under water, shoves water, it destroys Africa, the whole 9 yards. Now, it is getting late and my voice is actually starting to fail again, so I'm gonna do, let's do one more fight. Let's do one more boss fight. Oh wait, I can't do that, god dang it. I don't have enough units capable of building this. Oh god, it's 93% completed. When the flood happened, the crust of the earth broke up. Waters of the earth burst forth through the upper atmosphere, froze and rained down where those mammoths were, and instantly buried them in the snow and ice. See, I don't, like, I mean, it's, I think it's more than that. So, obviously there was a flood. I mean, every single culture has a flood story, so I don't argue that. I think it came from meteors. I think that you have the flood that results from meteors. Oh, good lord. How many times am I going to lose that fight? Where are they going? Bye. So you have meteor strikes all across the upper, north hemisphere, which then vaporizes a ton of water. That water comes down, but it also, those shock waves, like you said, bring water up from the ground. Because, there's water tables and everything that it collapses everything, and it restructures everything. So, that's my thought process. I mean, right now, I can't go too much more into it, because my voice is starting to hurt. I know Fokker's hurting from listening to it, so there's that. Probably DC as well. But yeah, there's places where, the food in the mammoth's stomach is still frozen. Exactly the way it was. So it wasn't even that it was, it froze over the course of, no. It was frozen so fast that to its core, it froze. And that doesn't make any sense. That defies all reason. That means that at one point you have this lush green, you're being told you talk too much. Well, my voice is telling me that. Let's give him that. But you have these woolly mammoths that went from being completely fine to being flash frozen to their very core in seconds. Where you have the digestive fluids that are frozen where they are. You've got grass that is frozen solid in a stomach of an animal that is frozen solid. That doesn't happen in nature. Something had to move very quickly and very violently in order for that to happen. And that's why I'm thinking like the idea of the young Dryas theory, that kind of thing explains how things happened. Now the why it happened is a bit more complicated, but the how that happened, the mechanics of it, is where I would say I would probably put my hat right now. Now, of course, like, I'm always open to more ideas, but that's what I think.
Yes, Captain.
And I think that actually lines up with like a lot of the flood stories too, because you have a lot of places that the further away they are from like the epicenter of those blasts, the less like damage you see happen. Let's do that. We're gonna auto resolve it because now we're gonna extend the population. There we go. See, there we go. Another theory I've heard is a polar shift in Earth crust displacement. The mammoths were part of a flash freeze mob. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fucker, how could you? I remember flash freeze mobs. Good lord. Like, talk about the early 2000s. Oh my god. Jeez, I haven't heard of... I can and do. No, I'm not arguing, man. That's great. I was not ready for that. That's awesome. I was just like, good lord, man. Like, talk about a blast from the past. I remember when people did that. Like, that was awesome. Like, I wish people did that kind of stuff again. Just like, oh, it's silly. It's harmless. It's silly. It's dumb. Yeah, it's an inactive settlement. Who cares? So a polar shift. They still have flash mobs. It's just normally blacks looting stores. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, moving on. Just moving on. Retreat. Yeah, you don't need that. Wow, they're going to send everybody that can at me. I've heard of the polar shift theory. In before miss cancellation. Yeah, thank you so much, Fokker. I appreciate that. You know, when Ron's not here, I expect everybody else to be like, you know, have some level of decorum, but I guess I should probably stop doing that. The crust of the Earth might have shifted, and the mammoths were in the temperate climate. The crust slid them into an Arctic climate very quickly and then frozen. See, my theory is that when those strikes hit, it tilted the Earth, and that tilt pushed them into a frozen climate. So obviously it pushed them away from the sun. That climate shift, that very massive climate shift very quickly would have done it. I'm quite take compared to Ron. I'm just more creative with it. Yeah, no, that was very tame. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you don't want me to get kicked off of Twitch. I mean, Boost, bad. Oh, hello. Bad. Bad. Oh, man. Man, y'all picked a hell of a time. Well, luckily y'all joined right as like my voice is about to give out. Y'all have excellent timing. Oh. It's the invasion. Look, I'm okay with invasions of the body snatchers. I'm A-okay with it. Listen, I'm tired. Okay, well, you know what? That's okay. Look, you are allowed to be tired for now. I don't even care if you're talking to me. You have my permission to be tired. See, now I feel like I have to go longer because people just joined and I feel bad. Because I was about to be like, man, I don't know if my voice can take it anymore. But we will struggle on. We will struggle our way to freaking victory.
Orders?
Raid longer, noob. That's fine. All right, let's do it. Good, make me tired. I'm already tired, but that's fine. Like, I don't mind talking about stuff. I don't mind talking about random conspiracy things. Let's talk about the conspiracy of, like, the hidden kingdoms in Africa. They can do it. Oh, God, just, no, 2 more hours. Oh, God, no. No, like another 20 minutes, maybe. 2 more hours. Good God, no. I have to get up in, like, what time is it? I have to get up in, like, 5 hours. I cannot do 2 hours of this. Otherwise, at that point, I'll just go fight Hidden Temple, the Purple Barracudas. Let's go. Exactly. Legends of the Hidden Temple, man. Hell yeah. I forgot about them. With Kurt Fobb, we was kings and shit. Look, man. Look, I'm telling you, they're keeping underground cities. They're keeping them hidden from us. There's underground cities full of lizard people. I can't do Alex Jones right now. I can't. Like I hope my voice is good by Saturday. Good God. I hope so. I don't know if it will be, but I hope so. Hello, a garrison commander. Very good, very good. Gargle saltwater, it'll help maybe. I mean, it's the Florida. It's the Florida. I mean, in this case, it's just me. Honestly, what it is, it's me pushing my voice, and I really shouldn't. Like, I talk all day at work, and I'm getting over being sick, and I refuse to just stop doing what I'm doing because I'm a stubborn ass.
Ready to sail.
That's really what it comes down to. It is that simple. I'm just a stubborn ass. Poor Geisha tells me that all the time, but I refuse to listen. Alright, let's see if we can take one more settlement. Let's take Masana before we end the night. I know I said that about sorry, Myth just won't learn to shut the fuck up. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Because if I learned to shut the fuck up, then I wouldn't actually, what would I do? What would I do if I never actually, if I just stopped talking, what would I do? Did you perform that, Bad, at game?
Aye, Captain.
Yeah, Bad, did you perform something? Do you have a performance in mind? Now, let's see. What other cities can we take from these people? Because obviously they need my assistance with crisis management. Let's take that city.
Imperator.
That was a while ago. Yes, I believe. Let's take out some more cities. They don't even need them. Wow, that must be useful. Good lord. Breadgasm. Ugh. Oh wait, did I not? Oh my god, I'm so tired. I forgot my army. I sent my navy on without the fucking army. Oh god. I sent my navy out without the army. Oh, Lord have mercy. Could you imagine that poor admiral? Just like, oh, hey, by the way, hello. Oh, retreat.
Disengage.
Tired mistakes are the best. It's like the admiral's like, we were told to go, so we went.
Disengage.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Oh man, please tell me there's an army in there too. I would love. Please tell me there's at least an army in there. Yes, I need all the army. I need all the generals I can get. Oh, where's my? There it is. Okay, there is an army in there. Okay, there is an army in there. It's just, it's not this army. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Orders are orders. Exactly. I was told to drop these guys off, and I will drop them off. You cannot stop me. Okay, I'm heading to bed. Good night, all. Good night, Displaced. This is why you don't take off Myth's training wheels. Well, look, my training wheels are important, okay? My income has dropped precipitously. I wonder where all my money's going. It can't be the fact that I'm spending all my money on an army. That would be ridiculous.
General, orders. March. Sir. Onward. Sir. Attack. Prepare for.
I also have post-stream stuff to do. Somebody hit that young lurk. That's fine, man. Like I said, this is my last fight for the night. I'm gonna take this city, and then I'm gonna call it a night. Because like I said, I also have, let me see here. But yeah, no, I thought my god dang it, I thought that I left the army. Oh my god, that was awful. No, it has an army. It's got an army in there. It's got an army in there. But no, I think that back to the topic we had before Bad Game lovingly joined us.
My priests have watched the skies and the birds.
I have special men who saw special sky. Special skies say we are ready to go.
Move out! To the wall!
To the window, to the walls.
Unit!
I think that meteors hit the northern hemisphere and it shoved the Earth into a different orbit. It tilted the Earth. That's what I would say. And that's why we have like mammoths in like the Arctic, which are just frozen
Our
solid.
siege towers have reached the walls. Now there will be hard fighting to break
Come on,
the defenses.
legionaries.
Unit!
That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Stop shooting me. I've not done anything to you yet.
Power!
Stop shooting me. Your arrows suck. These guys are screwed.
Legion.
Get him! And we're just gonna wander our happy little butts all the way over here. Whee! We just need to get the front doors
Great
opened.
gods! Our soldiers have done
Are there
well this
craters
day.
supposed to-
The
yes, there
walls
are.
taken.
There are craters all over, like there are craters across the United States, and there are craters across Russia and I want to say parts of Europe, but they're old. Like, of course, they're extremely old. You have what it comes down to lots of like blast impacts all over like the northern hemisphere that support this theory, and they're all in places that are essentially non-inhabitable. In like once you hit Russia, the places aren't habitable. In places like Europe, what they did is that whenever those pieces hit, it annihilated the land, and so most of it's underwater. So yes, there's a lot of impact craters to support the theory, but there's not necessarily a like you're not going to be able to go out to like a forest and see them. That's right, boys. Just keep walking. Keep walking. I like how they got somebody out there to already do the flags.
Legionary cohort!
I forget like all the stuff they talk about, but I heard somebody talking about that theory and kind of going over the evidence to support it. And essentially you have what equates to, like, not scorch marks, but in some places you have scorch marks that still exist today, and then you've got rock that have been completely obliterated. You've got deep chasms where land used to be that is now completely underwater. You've got cities that currently reside underwater that all the stuff is still there. It's like people just didn't bother to take any of their stuff with them whenever they left the city. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Units! Attack! Legionary attack!
Now, what's even crazier is you've got underground cities, which is even crazier. That's like really conspiratorial stuff. Like, you've got actual underground cities able to house like 50,000 people or more. Well, I imagine the craters might have leaks in them. They'd have to be huge to shift the planet. Well, but if you've got a bunch of them, I mean, that's the thing, right? So we actually pass through what we call the Taurid meteor stream, which is actually a fascinating a topic, because the Taurid meteor stream. Oh, jeez, man, maybe you should talk about this next time. We actually go through what is called the Taurid meteor stream every now and again. Oh, hello. They're unhappy. Masana's unhappy, so I guess, look, I need these people to be happy, okay? So I'm gonna murder them all. That makes them happy. When I murder them, it makes them happy. But yeah, I'll start with this. So, there is a... not really a theory, this is proven. So, there's an old religion at the end of the... what era? It's the beginning of the late Roman Empire. And it's called Mithraism. And I actually did some research on Mithraism. I thought it was very fascinating. And one of the things they show is they show... oh jeez, what is it? I forget the hero's name, but he's slaughtering a bull. And the bull is Taurus. And the hero is looking up at the sky. He's looking at the sun. And the people that worshipped, they worshipped Mithras through Mithraism. They always did their stuff underground. Yeah, freeing them of their earthly troubles. How benevolent of you. I know, right? And so the funny thing about that is that they would always worship underground, and it was kind of a weird cult that actually was competing with Christianity in the late Roman Empire. The part that makes it very interesting is the part where the reason why that Mithraism kind of caught my attention with this is the fact that the Taurid meteor stream is the bull. It's Taurus, right? That's why we call it the Taurid meteor stream. The Taurid meteor stream is not really anything special except for the fact that we actually can't really tell when a meteor is about to fly by or buzz us or hit us. It's actually kind of scary. And so there have been stories of great cataclysms that have basically where you have fire raining from heaven, and I'm not going to get into like the too much. Most of Göbekli Tepe is underground and unexplored. Well, that's a different story. That's more of a that is a buried not only it's a buried monument, not a buried city. You've got like buried cities in Turkey where it's supposed to house like 50,000 people for more than 6 months. It's a literal underground city. You got sun flares, exactly. But in the Taurid meteor stream, one of the things that makes it so difficult, and this actually happens, and we know that it happens because we've recorded it, where you have a meteor that circles the sun and fires back at Earth, and they miss us but barely, like within a few thousand light years, which is razor thin close. Like what is it, like in 2023 or 2022? Like we had one that was so close, people were like, this might actually hit us if we don't do something, and it didn't, because at the last minute it veered. Like, that's crazy. But those are the ones we see, and we only see about like 12% of those. The part that I found so interesting is that in Mithraism, specifically, the hero is looking at the sun. It doesn't show that in the bust, but that is what is implied. And on top of that, they only ate underground. And the purpose, one of the things about that is the fact that they were waiting, they were kind of like waiting for a cataclysm. And the only way that they would know that is if there was some kind of story or rationalization around the fact that, no, you need to be underground for this. And that was a very, very interesting kind of, how would I describe it? Like, it's a very interesting practice for a people that don't even, they had no way of looking at this stuff. So how do they know? How do they know that they're being barely buzzed by meteors? Or did they know? And it just happens to line up. And I don't believe in coincidences either. Like, I don't believe that things just happen randomly. That, the idea of putting enough monkeys in a room to produce Shakespeare, I don't believe that ever happens. It's a joke, but it's not real. I don't believe that you can create a bust, or I say bust, I don't believe that you'd create a religion around eating and feasting with your family underground, and the hero of your story is looking up at the sun, and he's slaughtering a bull. The same meteor stream that we call the Taurid meteor stream happens to be a bull. I don't believe those are coincidences. That's on purpose. There's no way in hell that's a coincidence. So then you have the idea of these underground cities. What were they for, and why so many people? Well, I can think of a reason based on that, and the reason is because they knew that one day those meteors were going to come back, and it was a safe place to go, because you'd be getting strikes throughout like the decade, and it was a place that you could be. And hell, you've got civilizations that are wiped off the map multiple times. So you've got the Minoans. They are completely obliterated. We know nothing about them except their names. And the only reason we know their name is because of King Minoas. That's it. Everything else is gone. The city is gone. We don't even know where it was. We think we know where it was, but we have no proof. It's obliterated. There's a crater there. Like, it's happened more than on one occasion where you literally have a city that was there and it's gone the next minute. And it usually happens in cycles. We have not had one in over, 10,000 years? The last one that was recorded was about 10,000 years. I mean, it makes sense. And I think I think the Pueblo Indians built their houses in the mountains. It's not a bad idea. You know, it's a place that's safe. You know, so like we can talk about that a little bit more because I actually I spent a long time going through a lot of different theories and what I was looking at, and I even think I was starting to look at the Atlantis myth because I was starting to put some of these pieces together, and I think the beginning of that myth starts off with essentially fire rains down from heaven and destroys the earth. So like the destruction of Atlantis begins with the son of Helios stealing his father's chariot, but he's not able to control it, and so he brings the sun crashing down onto the earth, and it burns the earth. It destroys everything. And so, you know, of course, back in the day, you're trying to find a way to describe something that will last, and of course, you're trying to tell people an idea. And so you could say, "Oh, that's just a story." And I was like, it's one of the reasons why I like my name, Modern Mythology. It's like a lot of stuff we believe is basically mythology. There's so much crap that we believe on a day-to-day basis that isn't real. It's not what you think it is. You know, not being conspiratorial, it's the truth. I mean, like, there's lots of stuff that, like, even your food. Just looking at your food, we pretend that it's food. It's not really food. Most of it's not real. You know, that's why we have such an obesity problem in the United States. That's another story entirely. But, what does that mean? If you know, he takes the Helios' chariot and he drags the sun to the earth, well, is there any real basis for that? And the answer is yes, there is. There's evidence that a great cataclysm where, you know, basically fire rained from the sky and burned the world tastes like chicken. Like that's a cool thing. But that is a legend and a myth that was passed down. We eat the Matrix goop. Oh God, I hope not. Oh good Lord. Anyway, it is time for me to wind it down. But I would love to talk about this more, but it's stuff that I was looking at and I've thought about and I've had to kind of play with, and I just kind of kept going down the rabbit hole, and I was like, you know, I don't know if anybody's figured this out yet, but it looks that way to me. And maybe next Monday what I'll do is I'll actually go through all the different things that I think that, like, why I think everything is. I kind of covered some of them in sporadic events. But yeah, no, I genuinely believe that's the case. Have a good night. Yeah, you guys too, have a good night. I'll see you all again on Wednesday, where we'll pick up Opposing Force for Half-Life, assuming that it runs. And if not, we'll pick up Half-Life 2, because I know that runs. So have a good night. If you are interested in what I'm talking about, literally you could just Google search Mithraism, and it gives you the basis, and you can kind of see the what do you call it, it's a marble bust, essentially, and it's carved out of marble. It's carved into marble. It's never a standalone bust. It's always in a marble bust. So that's another thing that I found interesting, because symbolism matters, especially in the old world. Anyway, have a good night, guys. Take it easy.